So, breaking news to start the day here. Suzu finished. Singapore arrested him. Finished. So yeah, don't let the door hit you on the way out, you fucking loser. So yesterday, crazy move up. Hopefully, you guys caught it. I was speaking a bit about it yesterday, and he's probably not gonna make the call today. It was different from the pump up the day before, where we had the pump and then the dump. I mean, it couldn't retrace. It's possible, but I don't know about you guys, but like based on the slow grind up, it seemed a bit more organic than if it was like the other one, which was like just a straight shot up and then like completely retrace. And now we're holding like kind of like the 26.9, 26.8 is like the major support right now. So going to the weekend, who knows what's going to happen? Maybe people unload, or you know, BTFD. Who the fuck knows? We'll see. To be determined, obviously. There's a bit of news yesterday. Well, first we had like JP Morgan Chase saying in the UK like they're not gonna handle crypto clients, which like you would think is a bit bearish. Brian Armstrong said like those people should have boycotted the bank, which I don't blame him. He's right. And also Ripple said they weren't going to buy Fortress Trust, which is the custodian of that was like kind of like in trouble, and turns out that vanished. So yeah. But who cares? To be honest, it doesn't affect Ripple or anything like that, and we don't have any exposure to that. We had the Coinbase news that we spoke about yesterday. But as Kobe said, there's no market makers that want to, no entities that want to take it on yet. I think just because like it's illiquid, but it'll pick up. But usually for these kind of things, like I've been in crypto long enough where I've always gotten messages, or I know people that try to build exchanges, and they're like irrelevant. The exchanges, there's no volume, and like the only way that these things make money, obviously, is when there's retail volume. Forget about the institutional need retail. Will it turn around for Coinbase? 100%. Like, will people start using it? Yes, but we're just not at that time yet. So yeah, so yesterday was a crazy day. Hope you guys caught some of it. I asked Brendan what the story is for government shutdown, like in terms of the markets. In the traditional markets, he said from 3:55 to 4 p.m. So like 5 minutes to the close today, the New York session. It's going to be pretty volatile, so just be aware of that. Speaking about the government shutdown, so it should happen today or tonight rather, at midnight, as they say. The last government shutdown happened in 2018. I was around in 2018, both crypto and like traditional. That was like the final dip in 2018. You like, first of all, the market ended up being heavy for a long time. It really like stocks fucking nuked. Crypto was already dead by then, but that like crypto really wasn't following TradFi back then. But I'm sure like the big players were, and if like it's risk off, as we all know, like then it's risk off like in TradFi. Sorry, it's risk off in TradFi. It's risk off in crypto. So there was a huge like sell off in Q4 2018, where everything just nuked. But like when everything nuked, forget about the S&P, but like individual stocks, I remember, were on such a crazy discount. Like Facebook was trading, I think, at like 10 times earnings, and like I don't know what it's trading at now, but back then, like it was trading at like 30 times earnings. So it was like a no-brainer to buy those things. It was like a crazy dip buying, and then the stock market flipped bullish. It was like the final dip before, like if COVID never happened, it was like the final dip for 2018. You had it for 2 years. So and it was like a hell of a buying opportunity. But should that happen again, as we go on throughout the day here, we get close to the end. Crypto could have like a pretty big sell-off. Nothing crazy. I'm not saying 20K, but it could be like a slow like bleed down until the government shutdown gets resolved. If the government shutdown is like a long one, which I'm hearing like this one might be a bit longer. Like before they've been like for like a day, but the one in like 2018 was like 35 days. So it's just something to be aware about. But if there is that dip, it's like the all-time buying opportunity. You won't know when the bottom is in, but that's like it kind of seems like it's the time where you could like, I don't know, scale into like proper layer twos if there's like a nuke. And then from that point on, like just like the higher caps and like hold those as like the crazy swing targets, like until like 2024. Like if there's that crazy nuke, me personally, like I'm a day trader. I trade every day, usually like leave the office or go to bed at least flat. But I will like move some money over from my account, either to spot or I'm just gonna like keep it on my account. Just like I'll have to like do math to determine the funding. But I will get some positions where I like just swing hold them. Like I'll do some swing trading if we get like the government shutdown nuke, but it won't be because of one day. You will need like an extended one. It'll slow bleed out. And all you get Zuzu is 4 months. Give me a break. 4 months. Better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, so just be aware of that, guys. Like this is like a looming thing that's happening in these markets, and there's going to be uncertainty. Ernie, do you want to explain maybe why the government shutdown is happening? If you know.
Wait a second. Here's what is this shit?
Yeah, I guess it's just politics, no?
They have to pass 12
They
spending bills.
have to do it for Biden.
No, they've had like the House has to pass like unanimously 12 spending bills, and they've only passed one. It's like to extend the spending of like the government. Is what I'm like.
So
Yeah.
yeah, the problem with the shutdown is it's bad for the economy because they stop paying the workers, right? So
And social benefits.
yeah,
Like,
they send all workers home. Like Gensler said, 90% of the SEC is
Oh
on
shit!
base.
Oh shit! Finished. Oh fuck! It paid. Shorts paid. All right, sorry. Continue. Every time I run a meeting, boys, it's over. For this
Jason, when someone speaks, just mute, man.
No, because there's a joke in the group.
Yeah,
Every time
just
I run
mute.
the meeting, it's over.
There is a lot of noise from your computer too. Just mute it, okay?
All right. Sorry, Ernie. Go ahead.
There was something about the SEC, SEC, BZX exchange. What is this? Bitcoin Trust. What's the Bitcoin Wisdom Tree Bitcoin Trust? Is it denied or
What about
delayed?
it? Wait, what happened? Delayed or denied?
What is Wisdom Tree Bitcoin Trust?
Yeah, there was like where did you read it?
It just got released.
It was one of the ETF applications, right?
Published
or
on
delayed?
August, disapproved by the proper longer period. No, it's just delayed.
Oh my god! Thank God. Oh, scared the shit out of me there. I thought I had to go hard.
Yeah, the government shuts down and it doesn't release any data. Like we won't see job openings, we won't see unemployment report, we won't see any data, and that's what causes volatility in the markets. And the same goes for government workers. Like they don't get paid, they stay at home, and everything comes to like still stand. And it costs the economy $1.9 billion per day. So this is what markets are looking at. And if the government shuts down, I think the last time was like 2016 and then 2018. You
18
might
was a bad
remember,
one.
yeah, when Trump bought McDonald's for the White House. So
Yeah.
yeah, it just costs a lot
2018,
of
the
money.
market.
Data won't be released, and it's like a bit of a chaos. But it's good for the bond market. Yields come down, so it's not too bad for stocks. But in the long term, it's bad for the economy. And right now, because of the UAW strike and because of student loans, which will return from next month, it's just like unnecessary burden for the economy, which is 50 BPS on GDP if it plays out like the last time. I think it was 60 days and 30 days, and that's why you see the SEC is now front running it to not get trapped in that.
Yeah, the as I was saying, like the 2018 shutdown was like a long one, 35 days, and like the market just bled out.
Yeah. I mean, it's a short term. It's okay because right now 2018 wasn't. Now the markets are worried about yields, right? More about yields than the economy, and that's why you see the uptick in after PCE because it came like the core inflation came at least better than expected, and after GDP yesterday, you've seen oil prices coming down, you've seen yields coming down, and that's currently the fear of the markets. Like it's we are not trading in recession fears, we are trading in the Fed is doing too much, which breaks the economy because of higher yields. And this week, you need always to see where we trade. There's a recession trade where markets fear recession, and there's like the trade of higher yields. And if the government shuts down, yeah, it's good for the bond market. People go into the safe haven, and this is then good for stocks as well. I don't think it's too dramatic for the stocks long term, and GDP wise and everything, and the next releases for unemployment and stuff. This will then print into all of that. But short term, it's not really bearish because we just trade in high yield fear environment right now.
Let me to add something about the government shutdown. I said it yesterday, I repeat again. Whenever there is a shutdown, this normally marks the low of the market. So if we do get some kind of a sell-off, I don't know, to today and the first day of the month next week, so talking about like trading days on Monday. So if we do say again some kind of a sell-off because of this FUD, I mean, historically these events mark the lows. Okay, so this may be a good buying opportunity.
The game plan for me is right now, or how I see things, is we come now close to the end of 2023, and my outlook for 2023 was we will see a no landing, which a no landing is no rate cuts and no recession. So, and next week we will start into earnings season again, and last earnings weren't that bad. So you see like all people aping in those or try to front run those stocks which performed really good, which was Meta and Google and Amazon. And we have seen Meta going wild the last days. So I think we front run earnings, and just as the last times, just like people try to gamble on earnings, and we will see probably like some run up into earnings. Short term, it's not bearish really the shutdown, but yeah, for longer term, it's absolute devastating. But yeah, this is 2024 stuff. So for 2024, we should like see this data coming then into play. But right now, and like short term outlook, that's not really doesn't really matter.
Makes sense. I think something that we need to talk about more is rather than macro is if you notice, guys, ETH BTC is very strong. Alts are taking a hit in general. Alts are heavy, the rest of the alts, but Ethereum is getting stronger. If you look at the 4-hour adjustment for like a small breakout, we're already at 0.062. These things heading to a weekend. I mean, from what I've seen in the past, this is a good sign for a good weekend. If this trend continues, it can be interesting. From risk perspective, this normally like gives you like an indication of okay, people are now taking are inclined to take more risk rather than more than before. So keep an eye on this chart. And I mean, again, since sailors stopped buying Bitcoin, this thing just reversed, and Ethereum just stopped only since. And it's a nice correction, right? For Ethereum, ETH BTC, it is on the chart. It is a nice bounce. It's almost a 5%. I wouldn't bet on this that this is the bottom, but it's already looking good because we went above we're back to the same range we were since like the whole summer. So between July to September. So we're back up in this range between let's say what is it 0.06505 0.06 to 0.064. So it's a good bounce on at least on ETH BTC, and it's worth keeping an eye. If anybody has anything else about Ethereum's that that could make sense and information, it's a good time to share.
Also noticed, I don't have anything about ETH, but also noticed, guys, yesterday ARB had a pretty strong buying pressure, and labor was saying in the office, if ARB has like a pretty strong buying pressure, and you missed it, like Magic usually lags it, and Magic was pretty strong yesterday, and it's a lower cap, so you could say it has more room to go up should something like that happen. So just be aware of that. Sometimes there's coins that like are really strong, and they may have like an ecosystem play that is like a laggard. Be aware of that. One more thing I'm gonna say.
Another thing. Go.
No, you go ahead. I'll the way what I have to say, I'll finish off with it.
Okay, just one last thing for me, and you go. Something I put it in general, and I CC'd Alessandro, and I think Alessandro, if you have this video, if you can share it with the guys on general, share it about how markets react on recovery. What happens with the weakest coins in times of recovery, and what coins are actually coins, stocks, whatever, can go up and beat the general market in terms of performance, and in what kind of magnitude and why. And there is a good explanation for it. And
I just sent
in that video. Yeah, it's a good video to watch. So take a look. Maybe you're gonna learn one or two things. Maybe maybe it's not gonna teach you what to do. More probably it's gonna teach you what not to do. So if you see coins like, I don't know, Ape, Gala, all these coins that went down at 90%, and then again another 90%, and then again, you probably want to be careful on the short side because it can get vicious. So yeah, watch that video. That's it for me.
All right, the last thing I'll say is that end of the month today, I'll have the form ready within the hour. So remember,
It's tomorrow, right?
Properly. Oh yeah, true.
Today. Yeah,
well,
today
I'm gonna have it ready today, guys. So I'm gonna do it today because on the weekend I'm probably not gonna do it. So just be aware that as usual, screenshots they're due, and remember, if you don't submit them, the account's locked. All right. So it's part of your job, and lately you guys have been doing really well on it. Everybody's been doing it properly. What a bounce! Everybody's been doing it properly, so let's keep it up, all right? It's finally becoming professional. That's all I have to say. All right.
All right.
All right,
Thank
boys.
you.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Jason. Thank you, Alessandro, Orny. Have a good weekend, boys. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Thank
See you
you.
around.
Cheers, boys.
Have a good weekend.